Hey guys, today I'm just going to be making a short video on this guy right here. This is one of those Neptune RC boats from Harbor Freight. Now this one, I think it cost me $50 with a 20% off coupon. I think it's about 24 or maybe 23 inches long, if I remember correctly. It's a pretty cool looking boat, and it's actually kind of cool because it has two props, no rudder, and it steers by actually making one prop spin faster than the other one to actually steer it, kind of like yaw on a quadcopter. I'm actually not too sure if this thing is like hobby grade, meaning if the throttle and steering is proportional. I'm really not too sure, but I guess I'll find out. I don't really care too much anyways, just because I will be modifying this one a little bit, to say the least. I'll leave it at that, I think. So yeah, inside we got two 380 brush motors, got the speed control and receiver module built in one, got the battery holder right there. It just uses this 7.2 volt nickel metal 1800 milliamp hour battery. I'm assuming you're supposed to pull the rubber bands up, maybe. I guess just do that. It's got the Tamiya plugs on it. It's got two, each one of them has little fans right in front of the motor to help keep them cool. And it's pretty simple inside, nothing fancy, but it's pretty cool overall. So it came with obviously the boat, battery, charger right here, just a really very basic charger. I'm assuming it probably takes a couple hours to charge. Little Phillips screwdriver, and then the controller. And this thing is, it feels kind of cheap, but it's decently well built. It's 27 megahertz, so it's got the real long antenna on it. It does have a throttle trim and steering trim, which is cool. And it uses 8 AA batteries. Yeah, 8 AA batteries. And how the lid or the canopy stays on and off, it's just got 3 little dial tab thingies that you just twist around to lock it on, and it won't come off. It doesn't have any kind of seal on it. It actually has a couple of vents right in here. From what I've heard about these things, they do a pretty good job of keeping water out, even though they're not sealed at all. But I guess we'll see. And I'm gonna try this thing in its stock form before I modify it. And if you wait till the end of the video, I'll kind of go over how I'm going to modify it, what I'm going to do. So I'll get the battery charged up and we'll go take it for a run. Pretty much the beginning of fall now, so the trees are starting to lose their leaves, and when the creek's not flowing very fast, they all collect in pockets. So hopefully without a rudder, this boat will do better than my other ones. So this, oh, okay, cool. So it is proportional, there's just no reverse. The channel 2 was on the wrong one, and there's no reverse, so. Whoops. It's actually not too bad. It's better than I was expecting, for sure. It's not the fastest thing, but I think it's a little bit faster than my small FT009 boat, maybe. And it actually has a throttle trim and steering trim. Something's going on here. Oh. It's got leaves wrapped around it. So, even with no rudder, you still get leaves caught up in the props and stuff. I think the biggest downfall to this thing actually is that if you're going full throttle and you go to turn, obviously it loses a lot of speed, because especially if you turn sharp, because it pretty much just shuts one propeller off and only has one running. Thing's kind of loose, that little tab. But it's actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's better than I thought it was, for sure. And the other, I guess, downfall to this style of turning is that basically if you want to turn, you have to be on the throttle. Part of me kind of wants to keep this thing and just upgrade the two motors to brushless and get this thing going really fast. Not that it's super slow right now, but it'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna head down to a little rapid downstream and I'll meet you guys there. Okay, so I may or may not have tripped over a big rock right in there somewhere and gotten my radio all wet, and it no longer works. So that's great. And I also filled up my waders with water, so good times. I'll see you guys back at the house, and hopefully this thing will start working once it dries out a little bit. So back at the house here, And I got this thing taken apart as much as I can without taking the screws and stuff out. And I'm hoping once it dries out, I'm hoping something's just shorted out inside and it'll be good to go again once it's dried out. But maybe not. I don't care too much because I'm going to be modifying the boat and I won't be using this radio anymore. As far as the boat goes, I'm actually very impressed. Get this off. There is not a single drop of water inside. And you can see there was water up around all around the canopy, but there's no water inside whatsoever. So that's cool. So what I'm going to be doing with this thing to modify it is I'm going to be buying a jet pump and running a brushless motor to a jet pump in the back, cut a hole in the hull right there and in the back, and then I'll have a jet powered or a jet driven jet boat. And of course I won't use the stock battery anymore or any of the electronics. I think the jet pump is supposed to get here before too long, so I'll be able to start uploading videos on that soon here. And yeah, I'm soaked. That's the first time I've ever tripped over a rock, and I knew that rock was there, but I was in a hurry to get down to a little narrow section of the creek where it kind of turns into rapids. I like running up and down there. And yeah, I came across the rock, and the rock won, pretty much. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be the jet pump mod installation. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.